Very good evening, friends. Yes, now it is a time for exam, and this is the last hours for your preparation. So, we Edu Home Connect is there for you to come up with the most anticipated questions in your cost audit paper. So, my dear friends, already we released our session on ABC analysis or exam important point. We have given the highest scoring chapters already, and in this session we were discussing how to crack MCQ and how to crack probable problem question because we will get 3 to 4 problem question. So how to crack everything we are discussing. See, my dear friends, as far as MCQ is concerned, we have 15 into 2 30 mark MCQ. So I would like to tell you all of you that MCQ first few chapters, that is problem like basics of cost audit companies, cost audit record and cost audit. Here you should know about your basic cost audit, which industry first cost audit is applicable, which year cost audit is applicable, and what role the form CRA1 means what, CRA2, CRA3, CRA4. Yes, CRA1 is for what? Yes, you are correct. It is maintenance of cost records. CRA2, intimation of appointment of cost auditor to the company, that is the central government. CRA3, submission of cost audit report by the cost auditor to the company. Then CRA4, by the company to the central government. So these kind of relationship you should know, and timeline for those. That is very important. What is the timeline for appointment of cost auditor? It's around 2 mark. So timeline for appointment is within 180 days from the commencement of the financial year in which cost auditor is applicable. What is the time limit for CRA2? CRA2 is intimation. You have to appoint within 30 days. That is very important. Within 30 days from the appointment or 180 days from the commencement, whichever is earlier. Whichever is earlier. That is very tricky. Even a 7 mark case study question can also be tested there. Going further, the next area they can test on that time limit for submission of cost audit report. That is 180 days from the completion of the financial year in which cost auditor is appointed. And what is the time limit for CRA4? CRA4 time limit 30 days from the receipt of cost audit report. What is the timeline, friends? 30 days from the receipt of cost audit report. So I hope all these days are important and you should know about all this CAS-24 and you should remember about cost auditing standard. Standard on cost audit, we have 4 standard. That also you have to remember and you should be able to understand the online XBRL filing procedures. And this is all the area coming under this first area. Coming into section B and C, which will come your ICMA book backside, and previous year question only will be going to test on that. They don't want to study much on that. See, let me go through some MCQs which come recently, some exams. See, here, see what is the timeline of the 30 days. So, whatever we discuss, similar questions are coming as per cost of secondary tackling. This is very important. This is from CAS, there will be some theory will come, distribution cost. Then normal appointment related, resignation related. Resignation, mutandis, both are common industry. And sugar. And you should remember about all the 6 industries: telecommunication, sugar, fertilizer, drugs, generation, transmission of electricity. So those companies you should be able to remember. So that those items are regulated, remaining are non-regulated. Correct? Yes. Up to this, all are coming from our. See, in the June 25 question, they are asking what is PS5. So you should remember the name also. So up to 7 questions are coming from our cost audit book, these areas, which you should have understanding. And I will tell you, these concept you can't score simply by mugging up previous year. This what all the point I discussed now that you have to recall. That is enough. That is in this attempt, days is coming for CRA1 now. Next it will come for CRA2. Like that it will change. Coming into June 24, how it was. See, export 75%, minimum 75 is exemption from cost audit. Correct. Apart from that, we have SEZ is there, MSME covered. That is also covered for cost record exemption. See, this another one. It is offense reporting of road. See, they are asking again repair and maintenance standard. Capacity sometimes problem also will come. In our study material, we have problem on capacity that can also come. This is a question on our standard inherent risk. Again, CS3 standard. So these are all regularly continuing questions, my dear friends. So the regularly continuing question, I have highlighted the correct answer in the bold also, which will help you from. And as all of you know, 10 into 2, 20 mark coming MCQ, then 5 from paragraph like this. They will give paragraph like this and they will ask you question, what is the cash operating cycle? What is the current ratio? How to do this type of question, friends? We can do, friends. Cash operating cycle. See, inventory holding period, payable period, and here we have receivable days also there. So how can you able to get it? It is simply by formula only. So receivable, see, cash operating cycle, where your inventory is 53, receivable is 23, payable is 47. 53 plus 23 minus 47. So this is the industry average. This is the industry average data. They are asking our company details. So we have to apply the formula. We have to find out. First one around, we have to find out inventory days. So what is the inventory days? They have given the clue that average inventory. So what is the average inventory? Average inventory. We have 4 lakh 50. So we can get from this the answer. Correct? So yes, we can do here itself. Average inventory divided by cost of goods sold, which is not there. So you can take purchases into 360. We can go for round off. So 45 by 320 into 360. We can take 51. Receivable. What is the receivable? See the speciality I will tell you. The first one maybe you feel lengthy, but remaining will be very, very easy for you. What is the receivable, friends? Receivable, if you go for it, 32 by your sales into 360. Receivable, you have to take credit sales. If there is no credit sales, you can take all the sales. What is the payable? The same way. We have our 25 by, so here your days. Yes, if you gone through here, we have GP ratio is given, so we can go for GP ratio method also. So here we getting 51. So close answer. We can go for GP ratio. They have gone with GP ratio also we can go. So this kind of solving will help you to understand the concept very well. So what is the cost of goods sold? COGS. COGS will be 30 percentage. Correct. So 40 lakh into 70 percentage we have to take. We get 28 lakh. So we can go with that. So 58.5. So which is close to 59. The same answer will come. Now balance and all very easy. Current ratio. What is current ratio? Current asset by current liabilities. So what is the current asset? So current asset you can take here. Cash is not given. So you have receivable. What is the receivable? 3 lakh 20. What is the inventory? Which is 4 lakh 50. Okay. Then what is the liability? Which is called a payable. So payable is 2 lakh 50. And we have an OD also. What is the OD, friends? 4 lakh 50. Correct. So you get this 7 lakh. So current asset by current liabilities. So current asset 7 lakh 50, 7 lakh 1.1. So that will be the answer. See. Now coming quick ratio. What is the quick ratio? You will eliminate the OD. So payable only will come. So you will get this 3.0. Once again, quick ratio you have to take eliminate the asset also. Now once we have taken that. receivable. So 1.28. Normal way, this is 0.46. That is quick asset. You have to take only quick asset. You have to eliminate the inventory by current liability. But there is a one more formula you can eliminate overdraft also. But post answer you can able to take. Sales to working capital ratio. Working capital is what? The same thing only. You got 59 days now. So from that you multiply, you will get the working capital. Now you can also compare with the companies. So working capital is what? Operating cycle method you can do your cost of goods sold by your operating cycle days 59 days. Sales is already given 40 lakh. So this is how the questions are testing for exam. Now coming, if you go through our recent June 25 exam, they came question on what normal question, but they are asking costing model question. What is the sales value, profit of the assembly division? So this is somewhat of costing model problem. These kind of problems are coming, we can easily do. But majority time it came on second part because I want to you have to ensure the cracking on the MCQ. Here will directly questions is coming on what ratio analysis question. So in this marathon session, we will discuss ratio analysis problem separately for your benefit. We'll discuss ratio analysis problem separately for your benefit. See, cost of goods sold for 2 years. COGS they are asking. How can you do this? Very easy. They given average stock turnover ratio. So what is your one or two things I can able to help you? So what is your cost of goods sold? Your COGS will come in your average stock turnover multiply you will get it. So 40,000 into 20. So what will come? 8 lakh. In that cost of goods sold only they are asking. Cost of goods sold for 8 lakh. What about here? 50,000 into 25. See? So reverse calculation only. So I will make it clearly. So which is the correct answer? The C is the correct answer. So hope all of you are clear how to approach. Sales. Sales reverse way. Gross profit is 25. Now. So by this is if gross profit is 25 now, COGS will be 75. So by 75 into 100. See? So when you got itself, you will get the crack it. Net income and all directly they are given tax rate. From cost of goods sold, you can able to adjust post tax income also. You can get the crack. So this kind of question you can do. December 23, there was no such trend. Now it is there. Now even if you go through our MQP released for our current attempt, similar model question is came. See? See? Sales, raw material, utilities, packing material, and they are asking what is the variable cost of the product. So we have to take all the material, utilities, packing material. So what are all the variable part? Employee cost, consumable stores, up to that. So this is how you have to depreciate, insurance, overhead and all semi-variable, correct? Fixed cost. Fixed cost we have insurance and depreciation directly. Overhead we can't say directly, so it can be variable, semi-variable also. So it's very easy model they are asking. Even in this MQP, if you go through, because I want to ensure that you're getting that benefit very easily. So going through this, what will come, friends? Same way. See, net profit margin. So I will make you separate session for what is okay in this marathon. Now, after this, every time coming only called a theory question. Theory question in our marathon also we have highlighted a first question that is in our previous session. We were already given the clue. That is 2A, generally coming from the introduction. Basics, what is the objective, general objective, social objective, all those questions are coming. The cost audit timeline and all. So problem part is coming from here. See, these are all very, very relevant. CRA1, CRA2, CRA3, due date and all. Okay. So coming from problem part, so we are focusing on problem part more. See, this is a previous year question came on June 25 exams. So how this question CAS 10? They are asking what all the expenses. So what all will come? Design charges will come, software will come. Royalty on sales 2.5 per unit. So unit sold is 1,75,000 into 2.5. Here 1,46,000 into 2.5. Here 1.25 on unit produced. So into 1.25 into, come on friends, into 1.25. Higher charges only for AB. So you have to keep here. That is, you will get 7 mark, my dear friends. See, royalty 4,45. Same thing. Higher charges will come on. So you can able to get the correct answer. Here also the similar way, they are asking you to find out what CAS profit. What are the expenses CAS for? Either CAS 4 or 6 or 7, anyone will come for your exam. CS 4 or 6 or 7, anyone will come for the exam. So in this marathon, I am going to discuss that for you. So what all will come? See, cost of material purchased, including 320. So 320 we have to reduce. Material from sister concern. Material that is inflow only we have to take it. Cost of utilities, direct employee, direct expenses, consumable store. See here, including abnormal breakdown, we should not take. Depreciation, amortization, part of this we can take. Admin or related to production we can take. Work in progress adjustment normal, packing cost. See, this also we have to reduce it. So you can able to get the answer very clear. See, we have taken that amount 530, 320. Material from sister concern, we have to take it. Cost of utility, direct expense, everything. See, this is how we have to do. So you don't want to worry on anything. The same ditto thing you have to simply paste and put. So two questions you got it. See, this is very, very interesting. One profit recognition question will come always. So I am going to practice for you 4A, 4B, 5A, how to crack problem area very well. Yes or no? So here, how to do? See, this is the profit. It's like the financial accounts for the year profit. The profit as per cost accounting same period different. So you are starting with the profit as per financial accounts. So this is very, very important, friends. I will tell you some shortcut there. Anyway, one profit reconciliation will come. So profit as per financial accounts. What is the amount? Profit as per financial account 8,78,06. Now you have to add. See what role you have to add? Which role will increase your cost profit? Sir, which role will increase your cost profit? See, expenses only in financial. That won't be in our costing. So that will be so expenses or losses. See, only in financial accounts. Expenses or losses only in financial accounts. That is the one point. Expenses or losses only in financial accounts. So what is the amount will come, friends? Expenses or losses only in financial accounts. Stock I will take lastly. See, litigation recovery. So that will come. See here, very important. Here you are taken in rupees, but here in thousand. So you must be very clear. If you want to take, then here also you have to make it the same way. Otherwise, there is a chance for the error will be there. We know the concept, but still we will make a chance of error. So I don't want you have to miss the same. So, so time concern, I will take the item only. Litigation recovery 135. Correct. You are giving medical grant, an expense only. Purchase tax refund, it's a income. Favorable is a income. Profit is a income. Expense on CSR, that is also will come. Correct. This is subsidiary benefit only. So these are all the main item will come. You have to consider. Now just to ulta. What will be the item? income or profit. Apart from this, under absorption, over absorption will be there, but that also we can take. Income or profit only in financial accounts. What are all those items, friends? The income and profit only in financial accounts. See, refund 463. Favorable. Favorable means benefit. Here, no nil. Now, profit made. See, 160. Subsidy. Subsidy only in financial. So it's a income. So 358. Correct. So we take all these things. All these things we have taken. Now I will tell you one thing. Chemical. Chemical is a benefit. So where we have more benefit, financial accounting more benefit. So financial accounting will have more profit. So the difference we have to take it. So the difference. What is the difference amount? 392 minus 375. So you get this number. Now you have to take only one item, none other than your stock. This is stock, definitely. Lot of friends will have error. So I will tell you one shortcut method. See, you have opening, you have finished. Correct. Semi-finished goods, semi-finished goods. So I will tell you, you have WAP, you have finished goods. Correct. So you have to take your opening data. So opening data is a working note only. So 32,700. This is financial accounting. This is cost accounting. 36 to 10. Correct. Now we have finished goods opening. 84 to 20. And here what will come? 79 590. This is your opening. So what is the opening total? This is your opening total. Correct. I will take last total. Closing. Correct. That is opening WAP, opening finished goods. Now closing will take. What is the closing? 36720. Here 40,120. Here 89 230. You can do different way. I'm doing one shortcut method because any type of this type of question you can do. So opening, closing, what happened? See, opening, closing, there is an increase. Here also opening, closing, there is an increase. Correct. See, both are increased. So what is the aggregate increase? 9030 is the increase in financial account. Now we'll see what is the increase here. Here also increase, but the increase is just 5770. Which books there is a more increase? Financial accounts. So stock increases, profit also increases. So financial profit will be more, cost profit will be less. So the difference we have to reduce. So what is the difference? Why difference we have to reduce? Because in costing, the overvaluation is less. Costing it is overvalued by 5770 only, but in financial it is 9030. So costing there is a lesser increase, more closing stock, more profit. Correct. Closing stock will come in your credit side. So credit side any number increases, profit will increase. So here there is an increase by 9030, but here it is 5770 only. So here it is less. So you have to minus. So you have to less difference in stock. This you can take here also, but I have just made it like this. Now you can able to go. This you have to add it. This you have to less. This you have to less. So this is what is called a profit as per the cost accounts. So we'll see what is it. See 3260 exactly they are reduced. See, this is how we have to approach. Now we will see less 160 less 358 less 304 less 463 also less. See, the only difference is chemical. See, it's a benefit only. See, chemical more benefit in financial. So financial profit will be more, costing profit will be less. What we done it is same only, but in your study material, what they have done now, the difference they made here. So that is why this answer is coming. And one small adjustment also, let me tell you. Litigation recovery. See, litigation recovery means we are getting an inflow, so that we have to make it here. It is an inflow for us. So no need to take here. So this is how. Your suggested answer, as I told now, the 70 rupees they have taken here. See, they have taken here 17. They are not taken here 17. The difference. That is why the difference coming. See, 8383. But I told you this is the assumption. But there will be a big question will ask students. So which method you have to follow? See, this chemical, your study material make an on consumption valuation difference. That is, they made it as add, not considered in costing. But actually in costing it is considered. They consider as an expense. It is an income only. So in the previous years it was taken like that only. So I just want to make you clear that is an error in your suggested answer. You can able to go through properly. So they given the working also. Whatever we did is this 3260. The same thing they have also did the same work. Now coming next day, if you go through theory comes. See, as I told you, if CS4 is not there, CS7 will come. CS7 one question. Salary will consider, bonus will consider, PF will consider. See, wages to contractor employee, not our employee. The contractor giving payment to his employee, it won't come. If we are paying to our employee who is in contract, will come, but this contractor employee will not come. Employee also abnormal VRS for close of TMT was reduction. Arrear of salary. See, salary that year itself it will come. So arrear of salary that year itself will come, it won't come. Compensation also that won't come. It's not normal. So this is already the note also there. So correct 1090. Again, there is a question on what? Value addition, yes. If profit reconciliation is not coming, then the question will come on what? Value addition. So value addition very easy. What is your sales? Add export incentive, anything you have to take it, any adjustment of stock, then you have to less over the cost of bought of goods. Sometimes they'll ask you earning available to distribution, so you have to add other income also. So what will happen? See, revenue, you have to add. So these two items will come. Increase in stock also you have to add. So this is how the shortcut method. So what will come? I will do shortcut for you so that you can useful for exam. See your revenue 10,000 324, add export incentive, then add adjustment of stock. Correct. 235. This is your thing. Now let's sort out of cost of goods. There is a one shortcut for that. See all the expenses other than for employee, shareholder, government, and providers of funding and your company will not consider. That other than that, everything will come. Other than that, what will come? Material, overhead, power, fuel, utility, auditor fees, such kind of item. It won't come any salary, depreciation, interest, nothing will come. Dividend will not come, tax will not come, nothing will come. Are you clear that? What role will come in that? The material will come 5278. I'm doing in a shortcut method. Source and spares will come. Power and fuel will come. manufacturing overhead will come, packing overhead will come, salaries will not come, interest will not come, GST will not come, income tax. See, I don't know who prepared this question paper. See, whatever will not come is coming at the end. So if you minus, this is the value addition. If you want earning available to distribution, you have to add other income, which is 218. So this is what earning available to distribution. So this is what value added. See, this is what earning available to distribute. See, 10,165. That is, they taken increase in stock. GST also there. There's a GST paid is there. We have to reduce. So GST paid we have to reduce. Right. See, material stores, power fail, others. This others means overhead. So you got value added 3770. This is the value added. My dear friend, sometimes they'll ask earning available distribution. I'm telling you that also. This earning available distribution, you have to split it. Salaries, you have to split it. Government as a taxes, you have to split it. Companies as a retained earnings, you have to split, which include depreciation. Then shareholder as a dividend, you have to split it. So that will come down. See, answer is over. Coming next to question also. See, calculate value of closing stock. This anyway I am going to discuss in detail in math. And see, already we discussed one question on same CAS4. See, material will come, wage will come, direct expense will come, indirect material will come part of factory or factory. Admin overhead 14% of the production. So that 40 percentage only will come. Quality control will come, R&D will come. This you have to reduce. Interest over you have to. So this is how you have to make it. So the answer you will get 90 lakh 5,000. Again, profit reconstruction. They are given the profit for the financial 33. So what role you have to do? Profit on sale, loss. Which role to be added? Which role to be less? Can you please tell me, friends? Yes. So we are starting with which profit? Financial profit. So financial profit, if you are starting the same thing, add expenses losses only in financial and income profit only in financial accounting. We have to less. Clear? The difference in stock, as the case may be, you have to add on this. So, my dear friends, let me tell you, if you are starting with profit as per cost account, it will come ulta. Less it will be, and this will be what add. So, add expenses or losses. So, this has to be added. This has to be less. That is expenses you have to add. So, this has to be added, add, less, less, less. This is decrease. Where you have more decrease, financial more decrease. No, no, costing more decrease. So cost profit will be less, so you have to less. See, add 45 600, add. See, add 45 600, 56 25, 2 item one. Balance up everything we have to less. See, stock also have told you we have to reduce. So this is how you have to approach friends. So we are coming over this session to ensure you that you are able to crack this. So I will take to give you more on ratio analysis with CAS calculation everything. Theory I have already told you. You have to be very clear on this. Management audit in different function, information security audit, and this chapter. The cost out of different service operation. In our study method itself, there are 7 to 8 details are there. Educational institution, PSD group and all. Every time 8 is coming. And question of forensic audit and AML is very easy. You can crack on this. So CS for profit and performance. So this is the unit. So this session in this marathon, I want to ensure you that MCQ and problem. MCQ if you are getting 30, problem 21. So 51 mark is there. So 50, 45 plus theory concept, which I have highlighted, you can able to go through. Correct? So this is the video. I will also highlight that our session on cost audit for your reference. You can able to go through. So prepare very well. We are there for you. You can crack this exam. December 25 is US. You can able to crack this exam very easily with exception. So give your suggestions, what you are expecting from us. So we are planning to come up with more exciting marathon for you. So please go with the remaining point. Wish you all the best. Now, welcome back. We'll go on additional question now. Question number 20. Are you ready? Yes. Let's read first the question. During the energy audit of Reliable Engineering Limited, the following figures relating to usage of power were placed before the auditor. What are all the information? 21, 22, 20, 21, 19, 20. That is for last 3 year data is given. Total power consumed. What is the rate per kilowatt? What is the total production? In millions they have given. Compute the necessary productivity measures. We want to find out what price variance and volumes variance of the power during these years. You know variance analysis. You might have learned in your group 3 or maybe in your intermediate also. What is price variance? Price variance is nothing but changes in the actual price and standard price. Volume variance is what? Changes in the standard quantity and actual quantity. So, my dear friends, I would like to ask you one simple question to all of you. Whether is there anything special mentioned as standard in the question? For 21-22, what is given, we can call this as an actual for the year. Yes or no? But if you want to measure for 21-22, what you will consider as a standard? Since there is nothing mentioned for standard specifically, what is the previous year base? That will be the standard. Example, the actual rate of the power for 21-22 is 6.29. That is standard for the year will be what? Previous year rate, that will be what? 5.42 because of the absence of any further information. Are you ready? So first we will get this interpretation of the data, what is the cost, everything. So first we will go with analysis of the data. This is first analysis only. We have 3 year 21, 22, 20, 21, 90, 20. Yes or no? Yes. What all the information there? Total power consumed. 264, 2744, 239, 3250. Yes or no? Yes. What is the rate per kilowatt hour? 6.29, 5.42, 4. Correct? You got the power consumption, you got the rate. If you multiply, what you will get? You will get power cost. Yes or no? Yes or no? What is the power cost? This is your total power cost. This is your total power cost. This is for reference. Now, what is the next data given? They have given total production. They are given total production in million kg, not in kg, in million kg. So what is that? 422.16, 416.36, 376 point. This is the data. Now we will go with one by analysis. See, I will revise once again. The standard is not given. So how you will approach standard? For 21-22, previous year will be the base or standard. So 2021, 19-20 will be the base. That means you can able to do only for 2 years. So you can copy later. Just listen. First I will do price variance. First I will do what? Price variance. Can you recall the price variance you have learned in your intermediate session? That is, I would like to recall of material. This is for power, but we'll convert into power. Your formula, you might have been done different formula. I'll discuss all the formula so that however you learn, it will be easy. See, if it is a price variance, if it is a price variance, you might have been done actual quantity into standard price minus actual price. Some friends might have been done like this. Some friends might have been done AQ into SP is point number 3. Then AQ into AP is point number 4. Then you have made 3 minus 4. Correct? So whatever the way you did it, this is the logic. That means what is your actual consumption? What is your actual consumption? Into SP means your standard price. AP is your actual price. Yes or no? For in this data, your AQ is, if you want for 2000, don't want to copy, just listen. For 2021-22, for you, sorry, for 2021-22, your actual quantity is nothing but this is what your power consumed. Yes or no? Your actual quantity is nothing but the power consumed. What is this SP? SP is what? What is your here? And what is AP is what? 6.29. Correct or not? So you can get the details. Accordingly, you can say it is favorable or adverse. Shall we? Yes or no? So what will be for 21 price variance? It will be, I will just write here. Which will be 264, 27, 264, 2720 into 5.42 minus 6.29. You will get negative. That means it's an adverse. What is the number, my dear? Because we know price is increased over the year. What is the answer? 22, 99, 166. Correct? Point for you will have what? Adverse. Are you clear? Yes or no? Now, what will be for the previous year? For 2021, you want to tell me how to proceed. Can you please help me, my dear friends? Your consumption will be what? 2744360 minus what will come? 4.9 minus 5.42. What you will get? 14 lakh 27,000 0.2. Clear? Please copy. Once you complete it, we'll go for the volume variance also. Now, my dear friends, we need to proceed for volume. See, we know volume, it is based on your production. This is your last year production details, correct? You have to compare with your price. We have two price, standard and actual. Here, this is not power. You have to get your cost of that. So how can you get per kg? So you can able to, you have already, we have power cost. We have already production. So what you can do? You can do cost per kg. This for 1 kg, what is the cost? You can go for 1 kg, what is the cost? So we are going to do cost per kg. Please understand, this is in what? Million. Million means how many zero? 60. So what you have to do? you have to divide by this data. You have to increase what? 60, correct? So your cost will be 0.39039. Don't worry, final answer will get corrected. This is your cost. This is your cost. Are you agree or not? If you want, you have to reduce. It's a bigger number. You can give it in hundreds or in thousands like that. You can change it. So it will change it. We'll make it in kg itself. Now we are going for our last answer. None other than, hope all of you are ready. That is volume variance. You can recall your inter discussion and all. Volume variance is nothing but what is your production difference and your cost. Correct. Production only will change. Cost will be the standard. That is your current price only you will take it. Am I right? Your volume only will change. Recall, for price variance, standard price and actual price. For volume, you take only what? Only standard price. That is your base price. If it is 2021, this is the base price. If it is, this is the base price only will take. You won't go for volume only will change. This will be the current. This will be the standard. So how you will go? 1 minute answer is over. For 21, 22, it will be, what is the price, my dear friends? 0.039375 into 416.36 minus 422.16. That's all over. Who will help me the number? This is also adverse because you have the production increased. What will be the point? Now you are getting a small number. This is per kg. So we will convert this answer into million. We will convert this answer into million itself, so that we can able to compare very well. So we can able to compare very well. So what we will do? We have to multiply with 6 zeros. You have to multiply with what? 6 zeros. Clear or not? This is your study material question. They are not specifically mentioned adverse or favorable. They simply mention the rate only. They are not specifically mentioned adverse or favorable. So now we will go for the last year, which is for 2020 and 21. What will be, my dear friends? So we made into rupees million. What will be? Come on, friends. 0.035725 into 376.08 minus 416.36. We will make this also into million. So don't get confused why this number came. We converted into 6 zeros. We converted into 6 zeros. Otherwise, here itself million we take, finish it off. That's all. You can make here itself cost per kg per million. You can directly will able to solve that same. So what will be the data? That's all. Answer is over. It's a old syllabus one previous year question. Your 22 syllabus study material question. So hope all of you are clear. Take your own time and copy, my dears. That's all. Now, very good afternoon, friends. Now we will go with a exclusive questions on ratio analysis. If you go through previous year question pattern, you can find very good number of questions are coming from ratio analysis. Maybe your ICMA study material having only limited question, but previous year they are coming different models of sums. So what we are approaching this topic is, we are going to do additional sums from this area. So I want you how to recall all the formulas you have learned in your intermediate level. So I have given all the formulas, current ratio, liquid ratio, all those formulas. I want you how to revise the same. So please revise all these formula. Once revise, we'll go with the problem. So hope all of you are revised. Now we'll go and discuss the question. We'll start with question number 8. We'll start with question number 8. Shall we? Yes. Page number 137. Question number 8. The following is the abridged balance sheet of Saradi Limited, a single product manufacturing company. 2-year data is there. Share capital, debenture redemption reserve, capital subsidy, revaluation reserve, general reserve, profit and loss account, secured loan, unsecured loan. Then assets they are given: gross block, accumulated depreciation, net block, capital work in progress, investment. Should be very clear. This is your net block, this is the capital work in progress, and this is your investment. Now they have given current asset, current liability, and they have also given miscellaneous expenditure. Correct? Now, additional information. The term loan repayable in 12 months include under secured loan are 192. Previous year is what? 168. PBT for the year is what? 160. You are required to compute the following: capital employed, net worth, debt equity ratio, PBT to capital employed, PBT to net worth. Are you ready? So I hope all of you are ready. With all your permission, I am also going to start. See, in your ratio analysis, we have discussed in our cost accounting rule also, where there is a specific format for computing capital employed. It's a general question we can do our normal way. Shall we? Yes. So with all your permission, we will start. First, statement showing computation of capital employed. Statement showing computation of capital employed. So what role the information will be? We have 2 years are there. You know very well, capital employed is nothing but net fixed asset plus net current asset. So what role the net fixed asset? My dear friends, please tell me, while computing capital asset, will you consider capital work in progress? No. What is your gross fixed asset? Gross fixed asset is 1450 and here 1360. We have to reduce what? Accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation, what is the amount? 630 and 580. This is what is called net fixed asset. 1450 minus 630, 1360 minus 580. I want to tell you one main point. Though capital work in progress is there, we know we should not consider capital work in progress. Now I want to tell you one main point. See, in your asset side, there is a point called revaluation reserve. What you have to do the same? We were discussed in our previous sessions that we have to compute capital employed by eliminating the effect of what? Revaluation reserve. By eliminating the effect of what? Revaluation reserve. So what you can do now, you can make this as a net block, not a problem. But from this, you have to reduce the revaluation reserve, because we have discussed that your capital employed, the revaluation effect we have to eliminate, because of the revaluation only the amount is increased. You want to find out your return and all, so you have to eliminate the same. So revaluation reserve is what? 250 and 280. So what will be the net fixed asset? Now you can go for net current asset. What is your net current asset, my dear friends? Net current asset, very easy. Current asset minus current liabilities. What is the current asset? current asset, you have to take the total of these areas. You have to take the total of these areas. What all the points are there? 834 plus 364. Now, my dear friends, advance for equipment. It's a capital expenditure advance. But since it is considered under current asset, they have already, we can consider, but we can give a note also. We can eliminate the same also, not a problem in that. So 48, you can eliminate, that is best because it's a not for short equipment only. 288 plus 42. This is for the year. And what about here? 882 plus 390 plus 34 plus 34 will not come. 274 plus 30. Correct? Now next day, less current liability. My dear friends, when we are finding out the current liability, some new concepts are there. Some new concepts are there. Let's see how many of you will find out correctly. Come on, friends. I want you how to compute the current liability. Now, let's see. Hope all of you got the current liability. So before starting current liability, why advance for equipment we are not taking? See, you know what is in working capital. Working capital means we are finding net current asset. It's a working capital for day-to-day management of the business. It is investment of what? Receivable, it is your payable, and it is also your cash in hand, your stock. Advance for equipment is for asset purchase. That is not for a part of your working capital management. That is the reason we are not considering. That is the reason we are not considering. Then if you want negligible amount, if you want treat, you can treat. But general way, advance for equipment, we won't consider. Though it will be shown as a current asset. Why it is shown as a current asset? Because you will buy the equipment within 12 months. That is the reason it is considering as a current asset. But for computing your capital employed, you want to know your investment for long term. And that is the purpose you are making. So that will not consider. Now there are very important point on current liability. Let's see how many of you done correctly. First item, I will just make it as current liability normal points that you have, all of you might have been done it. Sundry creditors for capital asset will come or not? No, the same point. Advance is not coming. This will also not come. Sundry creditors for others will come 370. Your provision for taxes will come 128. So you got two number here. See, you can just see the number 394 plus 142. I have taken it as A. That means I want to add one more item there. Can anyone help me? I hope all of you tried. Can anyone help me? What we will give for the next line? What we will give for the next line? Who will help me? Let's see who will help me. Come on, friends. Read the question very well. What is current liability? All the liability due within 12 months. Go to the additional information. Term loan repayable in 12 months under secured loan are 192 lakh. That means loan which is due within 12 months also will come under what? Your current liability, though it is not in the balance sheet. So what is that item, my dear friends? Term loan due in 12 months. Hope all of you are clear. What is the amount, my dear friends? For current year, it is 192. For previous year, it is 168. Now you can go for your net current asset. What is your current asset? Your current liability minus current asset. Your current liability minus current asset. Hope all of you are clear. Take your own time and copy, my dears. You got net current asset now, correct? Now you have to go for capital employed. What is this capital employed? Capital employed is a sum total of these two. That is net fixed asset plus net current asset. In your business valuation, you might have been learned that investment held outside the business we won't consider for what? Capital employed. So what you will make it? Investment, though there is an item, you won't take it. There is an item in the balance sheet. See, investment. We have learned that investment will not held. Normal ratio analysis we won't consider. But if you recall your rule, we have discussed net fixed asset plus net current asset plus non-current investment. That is for the rule-based question. Now, what is the answer for net capital employed, my dear friends? You got the number. This is the answer. Congrats for those who got the correct answer. Now, I want you how to try the next item. Next item, they are asking what? Net worth. There is also a few twists are there. Let's see how many of you will be able to do the net worth. Shall I start or wait? Now, my dear friends, we'll go for computation of net worth. Here also we have 2 years. Which are all the 2 years? 2014 and with all your permission, let's start. What will be the first item? What will be the first item? Yes, first item will be none other than your shares. So your share capital. Share capital. What is share capital? 600. Now, next one it is reserves and surplus. Next item is what? Reserves and surplus. Hope all of you are ready. What role the item will come under reserve? See, debenture redemption will reserve. Will come or not? Yes, we know what all the reserve available for bonus everything will come. So what is that? Debenture redemption reserve. What is the amount? 50 and 60. Very good. Next, capital subsidy. Yes. Capital subsidy from government. What is the amount? 60. Next item, revaluation reserve. Tell my dear friends, revaluation reserve will come or not? No, it is an adjustment to your valuation. That is not a reserve out of profit. You will take only the reserve out of profit only. Your revaluation reserve is not out of profit. It is an adjustment of revaluation of your fixed asset. That is, your asset side fixed asset value is increasing. For balancing in your reserve, you are adding one item called a revaluation reserve. It is not created out of profit. You have to take only profit which is created out of profit. So revaluation reserve will not come. Revaluation reserve will not come. Next is what? General reserve. Yes, we know general reserve and all out of profit only. So general reserve. What is general reserve amount? 320, 240. Next, profit. Yes, profit will come. What is the profit? And here 64. See, this is what your total reserve. If you take this total, this is what is called as equity. Because the term equity, there is no preference at all. The term equity we have discussed a lot of where it is share capital plus reserves and surplus. So your equity 1126 and 1024. My dear friends, question is not asking equity. Question is asking what? Net worth. Question is asking what? Net worth. So what you have to do? See the asset side, my dear friends. In the asset side, there is a very good item called what? Miscellaneous expenditure. It is nothing but accumulated that we have to apportion or we have to amortize over the years. So that is expense, it's not an adjustment only. It is not at all an asset. So what you have to do? You have to less. You have to less what? That is called miscellaneous expenditure. See, this miscellaneous expenditure is an initial expenditure prior incorporation expenses, preliminary expense, etc. So what you have to do? These expenses you have to amortize. So it's a temporarily showing in your asset stage. You have to amortize over the every year. So this is the unamortized amount. So you have to reduce here. What is the miscellaneous amount, my dear friends? 192, 204. This is what is called your net worth. Hope all of you are clear. Take your own time and copy, my dears. Hope all of you are clear. Take your own time and copy, my dears. Yes. Now, what we will proceed, my dear friends. Next, they are asking debt equity ratio. Equity already we know. Now we have to go for what? Debt. So computation of debt. Debt means, as you have learned already, the format long-term debt only. So we will compute. We have 2 year, 2015, 2014. Let's see what role the item will come under debt. See, here it is secured loan. First item is what? Secured loan. Let's see, there is a small twist. Let's see how many of you did. Secured loan, you have 550, but in the direction it turned that 192 is due within 12 months. Since you have taken already into current liability, you should not take again. So what will happen? Your amount 550, you have to minus what? 192. 550 you have to minus what? 192. You will get what? 358. Similarly here, we have 590. We have to minus the previous year amount, which is none other than 168. You'll get the secured loan. Next, what is a loan, my dear friends? There is a one more item, unsecured loan. What is unsecured loan? 246 and 234. You got the unsecured loan also. Now what we have to do? We have to add the total. This is what is called total debt. Now we can go for debt equity ratio. I am going straight away to the answer because you have all the data. Debt is 604, equity is 1126. To divide 0.24. Debt is 656, equity is 104. You can also give the comment. Debt equity ratio has increased over the years. Hope all of you are clear. Take your own time and copy, my dears. Now, how to proceed further? They were asking next step, PBT to capital employed. See, we can do for both the years. What is your PBT? PBT is given in the question itself. PBT 160. For current year it is 160. So PBT to capital employed into 100. Similarly, next year it is 174. 174 by 1380. See, I have done for each year separately. You can also do another way called the average. What is average? This is your capital employed. This is for capital employed divided by 2, 1394. Then it will be only one answer. PBT to capital employed. That is 160 by 1394 into 100. So what is the answer? 160 by 1394 into 100, which will be 11.5. This is also an alternative way of computation. So you can able to do either of the way. You will get the mark. Okay. The second method is more accurate way, but this came as a previous year. They did the first way. They did the first method. You can do both the way also. Next is what? PBT to net worth. This is also you can do average. Average you can do directly. What is the PBT? 160. What is the net worth? 934. Next is what? We can convert into percentage into 100. Similarly, 174 divided by 820 into 100. See, we can give the comment since we are doing the year-on-year basis. We can give the comment. Comment they are not asking, but still we can able to give the comment based on the mark. So you can say PBT to capital employed over the year reduced. Last year it was 12.6. Current year it only what 11.5. Here itself 21.2. It's come down to what 70. So hope all of you are clear. Take your own time and copy my notes. Yes, now we will proceed to next question. We'll go with question number 5. We'll go with question number 5. Balance sheet of Mohd Limited for the last 2 years is given below. Amount in lakhs. 2015 and 14. Share capital is given. Reserves and surplus, loans, then fixed asset, depreciation, investment. This is the amount of investment. Then net current asset. They have given stock, debtors, cash in hand, other current asset, current liability. Then they are given there is another item called miscellaneous expenditure. Please note down there is a small change in the layout. So miscellaneous expenditure. Now the information we'll see. You are giving the following addition information for the year 2014. So the following information is given for 14-15. And what all the information, my dear friends? Sales, profit before tax, interest, provision for tax, proposed dividend. These are all they have given in the addition information. They were asking, calculate for the 2014-15. What is the return on capital employed? What is the stock turnover ratio? What is the return on net worth? What is the current ratio? What is the proprietary ratio? Shall we start? Yes. So they are asking for 1 year only. So as we discussed in the last question, we can go with the average. We can go with average. So first we have to go capital employed. First we have to go for what? Capital employed. So with all your permission, I am just starting. Computation of capital employed. Last question, I hope all of you remember. So we have 2015 and 2014. First we have to take. Yes, so we will start with capital computation. We know capital employed is what? Net fixed asset and net current assets. Since already we did question, I will go with a shortcut method. The net fixed asset is nothing but this is your gross fixed asset. This is your accumulated depreciation. There is no adjustment of revaluation reserve and all. So you can take directly the amount. So we'll go with shortcut for time saving purpose. 3120. This also help in your exam. Also you can do this way. No problem and all. Next is net current asset. Net current asset. How you will take it? This is your current asset. Current liability is reducing. Already net current asset. They given in the question already. So we don't want to do again step by step. We can do shortcut net current asset. What is the net current asset? 1272. Another way 2040. Now another one point you may have doubted this investment. We know investment held outside the business. We won't take it. We'll make it as investment held outside the business. For CA, for the cost audit part D, attachment to cost audit report, their definition tells differently. This is a purely ratio analysis question. Ratio analysis question, we won't take the investment while computing the capital employed. So what is the capital employed? We have to take the total, my dear friends. This is the amount. So we have discussed that only 1 year data is computed. Capital employed is what? Average only. So what is the average capital employed? This average capital employed is for what? We want to find return on capital employed. For that purpose only. 4392 plus 440 divided by 2. What is the answer, my dear friends? Yes. Next, you want to find out, they were asking uh, return on capital employed. Return on capital employed, there are different way we can go for it. One approach is EBAT by capital employed into 100. But the problem in EBAT is what? There is a tax is there. Tax already can be taken by the company? No. That you have to pay to the government. So it is ratio, it is always better. Eliminate the tax amount. Eliminate the tax effect. This is the more approachable or more commonly used formula, because for ratio there is no proper standard. So case to case we will take sometimes some few ratios. So this is a one ratio. Sometime we will take EBAT by capital employed. Sometime we will take EBAT into 1 minus tax by capital employed. Sometime we take EBAT by capital employed. The most advisable method is what? EBAT less tax. This is the proper way, which is more advisable, which is more commonly used. Which is more commonly used. So what is your EBAT? EBAT is profit before interest and tax, 1,800. But there is a tax. What is the tax? Tax amount is 720. You have to reduce. Divide by 4116 into 100. That's all. Answer is over. Congrats for those who got the correct answer. Congrats for those who got the correct answer. Now I want you how to try yourself remaining ratios. I'll give you the formulas also if you forgot. You want stock turnover ratio. Stock turnover ratio. Cost of goods sold divided by average stock. Now, return on net worth. Return on net worth. Return on net worth PAT by average equity or net worth. See, whenever you have 2-year data, better go for what? Average. Now, what is next? They are asking current ratio. What is the current ratio formula? Current asset divided by current liability. Last but not the least, proprietary ratio. Now, proprietary ratio, what is the formula, my dear friends? Proprietary ratio, can anyone tell us? Shareholders fund. Shareholders fund is nothing but net worth divided by total tangible assets. You might have written total tangible assets. Now, let's listen. One small point I will tell you. If you want to do stock turnover ratio, we have to take what? Cost of goods sold. My dear friends, in this question, are you able to find cost of goods sold? Cost of goods sold is there. No. Gross profit is there. No. In the absence of the information of cost of goods sold, you might have been learned in your intermediate also. If cost of goods sold is not given, if cost of goods sold if cannot find out, then you can go for another way. You can take what? Sales. Better way, we have to go cost of goods sold only. But if cost of goods sold is not there, if we cannot find out, then we can go for what? Sales. I would want you have to post the video and try. Let's see how many of you will complete. Yes, let's see how many of you are completed. See, first you should find average stock. What is the average stock, my dear friends? You have to look into the balance sheet where you have stock is there in the first item. So your average stock, I will write it here. Your average stock will be 1,440 plus 1,200 by 2. What will be the average stock? Can you please tell me? 1,320. Now what you can do now? Cost of goods sold is not given, so you can take the sales. Sales is 7,200 divided by 1,320. Hope all of you are clear. Next, return on net worth. You have to find out the PAT. Question is given only EBAT. What is the EBIT, my dear friends? 1800. You have to reduce the interest. What is the interest? Interest is given 288. You have to less the tax. What is the tax? This is what PAT. So you will get the PAT. So hope all of you got the PAT as 792. What is the average net worth? Average net worth also we have to do. Why average? Because 2-year data is there, moreover 1 year only. So average net worth is given here. You have to add these two items. 3000 plus 1392. There is no split called revaluation reserve. We have to eliminate. They simply given reserve, so you can take fully. So 4392 plus 4200 by 2. What you will get? 4296. Yeah. One small adjustment I will tell you. In the last class we have discussed while computing net worth, if any miscellaneous expenditure is there, we have to reduce. So that I have done shortcut, but I will do proper way. What is the share capital? What is the share capital? Both the year 3000. Now what is the reserves? Reserve 1392 1211. Now just like our last class, we have to reduce, just like our last question, we have to reduce the miscellaneous expenditure. What is the miscellaneous expenditure? 720 840. If you reduce the same, you will get the number. We have to take the average. How you will take the average? Once again, one small error I have done. Once again, we have to add and minus. So what is the average net worth? 3672 plus 3360 by 2. What you will get? 35. Now your answer will be PAT. PAT is 792 divided by 3516 into 100. What is the percentage? 22.52%. Current ratio we can take directly. Current asset is what? 2820 divided by current liability 154. Current asset only you won't take average because both are same balance sheet data. So what we come 2820 divided by 1548. You will get 1.82. You can write if you want 1.82:1. Now what is proprietary ratio? Shareholders fund by total assets. Shareholders fund is nothing but your net worth only. So what is the net worth? 3672. You cannot do average because total asset is for a end of for the year. Both are same balance sheet item. If one is balance sheet item, one is P&L item, then only the point of average. So 3672 divided by, I think that is only 2015, correct? Yes. This is 15, this is 14. So divided by total assets. What is different total asset? This miscellaneous expenses we should not consider. So you have to write what? Your fixed asset, that is, I will take the tangible assets, that is total assets. You should not take miscellaneous expenditure. So total is 5592. In that you have to reduce 720. Miscellaneous we should not take. We should not take miscellaneous. We should not take what? Miscellaneous. So what will be the number? 5592 minus 720. 4872. That's all. Answer is over. 3672 by 4872. Hope all of you are clear. 0.75 is the proprietor's fund out of your total investment. Congrats for those who got the correct answer. Take your own time and copy, my dears. Okay, one small correction, my dear friends. Total assets in balance sheet, here we got 5592. It is not a total because it's a format is different. It includes the, so we'll do proper formula ways. That is best. So that it includes current liability adjustment also. So we will do our proper formula ways so that you won't get eliminated. Your fixed asset, current asset, asset say total. What is your fixed asset? Fixed asset is 3120 plus. Your investment 3600 plus. Your current asset 2820. 2820. Investment is 480. 480. This is the total only. Investment is 480. This only the total assets. We can do the small correction. The point is what? The total which is given there is after reducing the current liability. So you should note that now current liability is not assets only. So you have to correct the same. 3120 plus 480 plus 2820. You will get 6420. 6420. That's all. Answer is over. Now, similar one question. I want you how to do yourself. Similar one question. I want you how to do yourself. Majority formula are same. See what all the details they are asking. Inventory turnover ratio. In this question, cost of goods sold is there, so you have to go with cost of goods sold. Return on net worth, same formula. Return on investment, same formula. That is EBAT less tax by average investment or capital employed. Return on equity, the same for return on net worth. Profitability ratio, you can find any one profitability ratio, profit ratio, anyone. Can you please do? You want to do only for 1 year, 15, 16. So similar question, it's a previous year question. Let's see how many of you will do. Question number 6. Yes, hope all of you are ready and completed the question. Question number 6. First we have to do inventory turnover ratio or stock turnover ratio. What is inventory turnover ratio? Inventory turnover ratio, your cost of goods sold, which is 25,152 divided by average stock. What is your average stock? 3560 plus 3008 by 2. What is the answer, my dear friends? 7.65 times. 7.65 times or 68 times. Next, return on net worth. Return on net worth. PAT by average net worth into 100. See the PAT and all they have given. You have to find out the average net worth. What is the average net worth? That also they have given shareholder fund directly. 2972 plus 1886 by 2. What will you get? 2429. So your answer will be your PAT for the current year is 40 divided by 2429 into 100. You will get an answer called what? 1.65%. Going further, return on equity. Return on investment. Return on investment or sometimes called return on capital. Both are same meaning. So what is the formula? Your EBIT less tax divided by average investment or average capital into 100. What is your average investment, my dear friends? Your investment is nothing but this is the total 7616 plus 5946 by 2. What you will get? 6781. Your EBIT less tax. What is your EBAT less tax? EBAT 324 less tax is 28 divided by 6781 into 100. What is the answer, my dear friends? 4.36%. What is next? Return on equity, return on net worth, both are same only. Return on equity, return on net worth, both are same only. Profitability ratio, we can do different ratio. Operating profit ratio, or we can do net profit ratio. Different ratio you can do. I will do one ratio alone for time saving purpose. Net profit ratio. It depends upon the mark you can go. Net profit means your PAT 40. What is your sales? 26,718 into 100. If you want operating profit and all, how can you do? See, gross profit ratio and all you can do. This is your gross profit 1566 divided by sales into 100. You will get gross profit ratio. Operating profit you can get it. How? This EBIT only operating profit, non-operating expenses 320. So different way you can able to do the profitability ratio. We can do any one way. 26,718 into 100. Very less, correct? Very lesser amount we are getting comparatively. That's all. Answer is all. Comments are very important. You can give the comments. The inventory now ratio. You can give the stock movement comment. What is the stock movement comment you can give? Suppose 360 days in a year, 7.65 you can day. It takes 47. Little bit average. Industry average we don't know, but we can say it's a little bit moderate, fast moving. Now PAT and all very lesser only. See how you can able to give more comments on PAT. There is no standard on PAT. You have to get industry standard. See, industry to industry, the profit ratio is different. Garment industry profit percentage and automobile industry profit percentage is different. Medical that is pharmaceutical and automobile is different, correct? So industry base is there, we can able to tell. There are some ratio like debt equity ratio, current ratio and all. There is an ideal. Accordingly, you can able to give the comments. So hope all of you are clear. Please complete, my dear friends. So we'll go with the question. Question number 6. Statement showing computation of landed cost of material. Statement showing computation of landed cost of material. We can write as per CAS 6. So we'll start one by item. First, we will see which are all the item will include. Purchase of material will include so what is the purchase of material? 3 lakh. Next, fee on board. We have discussed all expenses directly attributable thereto. So fee on board is a part of your import only. So that also you have to consider 12,000. Import duty paid. So what is the import duty paid? 15,000. Freight inward. What is the amount of freight inward? 20,000. Next, insurance. Rebate is what? Rebate is a deduction. So first we have to reduce input credit of GST because we know whatever
whatever you paid on in your input, you can claim at the time of sale. So input credit of GST, they may not tell you how to reduce the item because you can claim the input credit. You can do two ways. Either you can reduce here separately or you can adjust with the purchase itself. Both the way you will get the correct final answer. Next, rebate allowed. What is the rebate allowed? 4,000. Cash discount, what you have to do? Ignore, do not consider. We should not consider. If it is a trade discount, you have to reduce. Cash discount, we should not consider. Very proud of you, my dear friends. Subsidiary, we have to reduce. Subsidy from government, 20,000. Anything else? No other item. So this is what is called landed cost of materials as per CAS. CAS 6 together you can write material cost. Take your own time and copy, my dears. Once you complete it, you can try question number 7, question number 9. First, I want you all to try question number 7 and 9. Come on, friends. Yes, now let's see how to approach question number 7. Purchase of material $50,000, forward contract 64.4, but $64.6 on the date of importation, import duty paid, freight inward, insurance, cash discount, payment made to foreign vendor after a date, that is 65.2. Compute the landed cost of material. So similar to last question, hope all of you are ready. We'll start. So question number 7. Let's see how many of your answers correct. First will come purchase of material. See, they are given at dollar. We have discussed how to convert dollar into rupees. 50,000. We have to take exchange rate on the date of importation. All the other data are irrelevant. All the other rate are relevant. When you made the payment, what is the forward rate? All are irrelevant for CAS purpose. What is the amount? 64.6. Next, import duty paid. 5 lakh. Freight inward. $1 lakh. Insurance. $48,000. Next. Cash discount we got to ignore. Payment made to foreign contractor also ignore. So what is the total amount? No other item we have to reduce. That's all. You can give based upon the mark, you can give the comments. You can give the comments that exchange variation will not be considered. Exchange rate on the import is only relevant. So hope all of you got the correct answer. Now we have discussed you to practice question number 9. Let's see how many of you done question number 9. So question number 9. So first I will read for you, my dear friends. The following are the details of CARE Limited compute you would consider for the material cost as per CAS 6. Import duty, insurance, labor on self-manufactured packing material, factory order on self-manufactured packing material, Trade discount on purchase of material. Purchase was recorded, excluding the discount, 45,000. GST input credit, subsidy received using pollution-free material, subsidy received for generating with energy. Purchase price is what? 8 lakh. I know you are ready. I am also ready. So we'll go with question number 9. First, we will start with purchase cost. What is the purchase cost or purchase price? 8 lakh. 8 lakh. Next, import duty, 20,000. Self-manufactured, it's talking about primary packing. We have discussed primary packing material will come. So what you have to do now? You have to add both the item, labor and overhead. That is 20,000 plus 25,000. You will get 45,000. Trade discount we have to reduce, input credit we have to reduce, subsidy we have to reduce. So what you have to do? You have to take this amount into total. We have to less. See, they said trade discount not considered in purchase price. If purchase price already net of discount, no need of reduction. But they tells very clear purchase price does not include discount. So what you have to do? Trade discount. What is the amount? 45. If it is a cash discount, you won't consider because it is a finance cost. Next, GST input credit. What is the amount? The next is subsidy. Subsidy unnecessarily they are confusing you with breakup and all. If subsidy relating to material, that will be taken. What is the first item? Subsidy because of pollution rate. So 8,000. Subsidy received for generating wind energy. Is it relating to material? The subsidy second one is relating to material. That is not relating to material. The subsidy relating to material only we have to take. Wind energy is not relating to material. That will be considered while computing the cost of wind energy. You have to take subsidy. If the question is simply telling subsidy, you have to take it. But when they are giving specification like this, you have to take subsidy relating to material only. So which is 8,000 subsidy for materials. You can give the points very well. That is subsidy relating to material only will be considered. Wind energy is not material. So that will not be considered. So what is the amount? We will take it, my dear friends. Material cost as per CAS. Insurance will take it. Insurance I just missed. I told we have to take it. Maybe in the order it is just missed. What is the insurance amount? 15,000. Come on, friends. So what is the insurance amount? Insurance amount 15. Hope all of you are clear. Congrats for those who got a correct answer. Now we'll do one of the previous year question. I want you to read and solve yourself. Question number 10. I want you to read and solve yourself. Question number 10. You can post the video and try, my dear friends. Yes. So let's approach the question. Question number. Yes. Let's see how many of your answers are correct. First one will be what? Materials. What is the price? We have to multiply with what? Date of importation, 4.6. Next. Import duty. What is the import duty? 3,35,000. Freight inward. What is the freight inward? Insurance. Next. Cash discount we have to ignore. Bank interest for import of credit. Bank interest is a finance cost that you have to not consider. GST input credit we have to reduce only. So you have to take the total less cash discount. You should not consider only one item. GST input credit. What is the GST input credit, my dear friends? GST input credit is 30. So this is what the answer you wanted. Landed cost of material as per CA6. So congrats, all the best. You can take your own time and copy, my dears. We have one more question left that we'll discuss in the next session. With this, we are winding up our session, my dear friends. Wish you all the best. God bless you. Now, there is a one more item. Some of the friends will have doubt. There is a last item. Weight reduction due to moisture loss. This weight reduction loss to moisture loss is a normal loss. You have to decide whether it is a normal loss or a abnormal loss. You know, normal loss is a part of production. That means no need of excluding this material cost you can consider. Whereas abnormal cost is not a part of production. That amount proportionately you have to identify and exclude in the cost of production. Excluding the cost of production. That kind of question we will discuss in the next session. In this case, it is just a normal loss, ignore. Next question, that is question number 8 is missing. We have a wonderful concept of what this abnormal loss treatment, how it will be. Yes, it is waiting. That we will discuss in the next session. Thank you. Very, very good afternoon, friends. So in the last session, we were discussed CAS 5 and CAS 6. We were discussed what is meant by equalized freight, how to compute the freight, how you have to maintain books of records for transportation cost, how you have to maintain records of if you have on fleet or if you have hired transport. Then we are discussed very important CAS 6. CAS 6, hope all of you are revised. We were discussed what is the meaning, how would you value the material received, how would you value raw material consumed, components and sub-assembles consumed. All these wonderful definitions we are discussed. So definitely once CAS 6 material cost is over, next will be CAS 7 employee cost. If you are very good in material cost, you will be very easily understand employee cost. Employee cost, for what purpose we will pay, my dear friends? It is the reward for the employees work towards the company. What are all the amount paid or payable for the service rendered by the employees? So let us discuss the definition. The first definition, who all will be an employees? Because for exam purpose, how you find out the material receipt, you how to compute the employee cost also. So you should be very clear which are all the employee will come, whether contract employee amount will come, casual employee amount will come, part-time employee amount will come, which are all the amount will come or not, or whether it is paid only will come or payable also will come, which are all the item of expenses will be considered as an employee cost, whether recruitment or training cost is a part of employee cost or not. This kind of wonderful question we will discuss right now. I know all of you are ready, so I don't want to further delay the discussion. So we'll go with CAS 7, cost accounting standard on employee cost. So as we discussed the definition meaning already, employee cost is the paid or payable. So what are all the question we have raised, we are going to discuss right now. It need not be paid. It can also consider what? Payable. For the service rendered by the employees. The what are all written in bracket is very important. Most of your questions are getting sold. Temporary employee, part-time employee, contract employee, every employee will consider. Because for confusion, they will give you contract employee salary, part-time employee salary. So you may think whether we will consider or not. So the employee cost definition, very wonderfully defined. This is also revised definition only. So what is the definition, my dear friends? Benefit paid or payable for the service rendered by the employee. So here they may be going to test you while doing the problem. Now, employee cost include what? Everything. That means it taking into consider gross pay. Employee cost means what? Gross pay, including all the allowance payable along with the cost to the employer of all the benefit. That means, see, some expenses like employer contribution to PF, employer contribution to ESA. Will this amount we will pay to the employee? Is this amount will pay to the employee? No, that will be deposited in the government directly. That amount also will become part of what? Your employee cost. That means whatever you are paying to the employee, that is gross pay, including all the allowance payable along with the cost to the employer for all the benefit. So you don't want to get any confusion. Maybe for the exam, while doing the problem, you may come for questions also. They may test you any special perquisites or allowance. The definition is very clear. All the allowance. So don't worry about any special allowance, or they will test you different way. Hospitalization expense reimbursed. Hospitalization expense reimbursed. Reimbursed means what? Employer is giving, that will come. Or maybe hospital expense borne by the employer, that will come. Or maybe hospitalization expense of the family of the employee, will it come or not? Family of the employee, company is giving because of the employee is working. If the employee is not working, company will not give it. That means family also will come. Clear or not? Then medical insurance, everything will come under. Now the main point, bonus will come or not? The answer is very clear. Yes, bonus also will come. Bonus, whether payable as a statutory minimum or sharing as a surplus. Sometimes they will be minimum number of employees criteria is satisfied. You have learned in your intermediate bonus act. Then if that may be that minimum bonus, or it may be what? Surplus, profit sharing also you have to consider. For ex gratia payable in lieu or additions of bonus shall also treated as employee cost. That will also consider as a employee cost. Now another one point, remuneration payable to the director. My question to all of you, remuneration payable to the director will come as an employee cost. They tells very one point, that executive director only. What is the point? Remuneration payable to managerial person, including the executive director. That means independent director remuneration and all, not a employee cost. Please note the point. They may be testing you independent director or maybe non-executive director role. The definition tells including executive director only. That will not come under what? Employee cost. Now, going further, very important this point. See, separation cost. What is separation cost? This was the previous year question. How would you deal the separation cost as per CAS 7 employee cost? What is CAS 7 employee cost you will do? Separation cost means when the employees are relieving, a big amount will pay. Clear or not? That is gratuity or some other lump sum payment. This lump sum payment, how will be adjusted? This will be, example they are telling, voluntary retirement benefit, retrenchment, amortized over the period of benefit from such cost. That means you have to amortize. That is, if you are paying an employee at the time of what you call termination, or maybe you call retrenchment, or maybe retirement period, you are paying 10 lakh now. If employee's working period is 100 month now, 10 lakh divided by 100 month, that is the amount you have to amortize over each period. Are you clear or not? Another one point, see this unamortized portion, if you discontinue the operation, this unamortized portion, can you take it or not? Answer is no. Unamortized operation of discontinued operation will not be taken. This is very important. They will ask you for exam also. Shall not be treated as a employee cost. That is unamortized portion of discontinued operation. Next, another important. See my question to all of you. Just listen. Selection cost. For recruiting employee, you given a newspaper advertisement. You taken an appointment in a 5-star hotel. The purpose is for recruiting employees only. Will it come as an employee cost or not? Don't refer on the board. Tell me, will it come or not? See, employee cost means who are dealing in production, converting raw material into finished goods, because you are discussing costing. Costing is what? Cost sheet. Cost sheet is for what? Expenses for the production. You are taking a 5-star hotel training or advertisement, it is not relating to costing or cost of production. That means these kind of expenses you won't treat as an employee cost because it is not direct. You will treat as an overhead. So recruitment and training cost shall be treated as an overhead. That means question they will give you selection cost. This recruitment cost directly they don't use the term recruitment directly. They will ask you the term called what? Selection. Another similar term. So you have to understand all the costs such as selection or maybe. Now it will be treated as what? Overhead. So overhead means what? It will not come part of your prime cost. That is direct material, direct labor or direct expense. That is your prime cost. It will not come. It will come part of your what? Either production overhead or admin overhead or whatever the overhead based upon where you place the employee. Clear? Moving further. Overtime premium. What is overtime premium? In your group 1, you might have been learning this. That is, employee is working extra than normal time. He will be paid extra amount. This is also a previous question. How would you deal the overtime premium? Overtime shall be assigned directly to the cost object or treated as an overhead depending upon the economic feasibility. This in detail you might have been learned in your group 1. Reason I will tell you. Suppose if customer discretion, customer is telling that I want to do the job very fast. Do it as a overtime work. Now it is a discretion of the customer to work overtime. So you can treat as an employee cost. Now second case, the overtime as a result of delay from the company itself. That is not customer fact. Then you have to treat accordingly as an overhead, not an employee cost. Now maybe it is a delay of some other department. Then you have to charge the overhead amount to that some other department, not to your particular department. This you might have been learned in detail in your direct labor chapter of your group 1. This was also one of the previous year question. Finally, ideal time. Ideal time you know very well. What is ideal time? Employees are paid but not working. That is, employees are paid but not working. You know two types of overhead. Normal idle time is a part of your production, whereas abnormal idle time you will transfer into costing P&L. So that way the definition tell very well. They tell that it assigned directly to cost or overhead depending upon the economic feasibility. That means overtime premium and idle time definition both are same. So one definition, if you remember, you'll be able to write both. There was a one previous year question, 336 mark. How would you deal overtime premium? How would you deal idle cost? Both are same meaning, both are same answer, number only, that heading only changing. That they tell that assigned directly to the cost or treated as a overhead depending upon the economic feasibility. Clear or not? So this is a wonderful case which you will be able to discuss all the points. So from where we started discussing, my dear friends, here started definition, which are all the costs will be part of your employee cost. Clear or not? So hope all of you are clear. With your permission, we will just go with the discussion of the table, just like how we prepared for your CAS 6. Now we are discussing what? CAS 7, employee cost. So what are all the item will include? What are all the item will include? From the definition you can get, that is basic pay, or else you can say gross pay including all allowance. Example, your basic, TA, DA, festival bonus, traveling allowance, festival bonus, hospitalization expense, rent-free accommodation. See everything. Next is what? You have discussed the separation cost. Separation cost. All these items will be included. Very easy to remember. Which are all the items we have to exclude? Which are all the items we have to exclude? We have to exclude idle time generally, or any penalty. Here it include ESA and PF. ESA and PF, employer contribution. Idle time, penalty. Next, what will come, my dear friends? Unamortized portion of discontinued operation. Unamortized portion of discontinued operation. Unamortized portion of discontinued operation. Then selection cost. What is item? Selection cost. What is it by selection cost, my dear friends? Selection cost means recruitment cost, training cost, everything. Next, subsidy received. See, if it is you are receiving any subsidy for employment cost, if you are receiving subsidy for an employment cost, that will also we have to exclude. That means you have to deduct. This we have to deduct. Which are all the item we have to deduct? Subsidy received. Then any amount collected from employee for rent-free accommodation. See, here in this state, rent-free accommodation we are including. Rent-free accommodation of 1 lakh apartment. Rent-free accommodation of 1 lakh apartment. From employee, they have collected 20,000. So you have to treat what amount? From 1 lakh, 20,000 you have to reduce. Balance 80,000 only you have to treat. Are you clear the point or not? So I will read each point once again. So you can make it employee contribution. So shall I read one more point? So most of the discussion I have written, I will read one by one. Gross pay, including all the elements. What are all the elements? Basic, TA, DA, festival bonus, hospitalization expense, RFA, separation cost. Then separation cost we have to amortize only. ESIP of how? Employer contribution. You have to highlight that word. What point? Employer contribution. Here you have what? Employee. Now, festival advance. What is your opinion, my dear friends? Festival advance. What is the festival advance? Festival advance is different from festival bonus. Festival bonus is non-refundable, whereas advance they will deduct from upcoming salaries. So advance is a cost for the company? No. So we have to exclude. They are given just for confusion. They are given just for confusion. What is it by exclude? While computing, you should not consider. What is it by deduct? From the salary, you have to reduce. From the salary, we have to reduce. So hope all of you are clear. Take your own time and copy, my dears. So hope all of you copied. See, separation cost include VRS, gratuity, annuity, all those benefit you are getting when you are relieving from the company. Now, with your permission, we'll start the question, my dear friends. Now, we'll proceed with question. We'll go with question number 11. Step by step, we'll discuss. Question number 11, first we'll read. Basic pay 5 lakh. Lease rent paid for accommodation to employee 2 lakh. Amount recovered from employee 40,000. Employer contribution to PF 75. Employee contribution 75. Reimbursement of medical expense. Hospital expense of family member. Festival bonus. Festival advance. Compute the employee cost. Shall we? Shall we start? So we'll start. Which question? Statement showing computation of employee cost under CAS 7. Basic pay will come or not, my dear friends? Lease rent paid will include or not? What is the lease rent paid by the employer? 2 lakh. But there is a small adjustment. Whatever the amount you recovered from employee, we have to deduct. So 2 lakh minus, we have deducted 40,000. Sorry. Employer contribution to PF will include or not? What is the amount? Now, employee contribution to PF. Now, we should not consider exclude. The reason is very simple. We are considering outflow of employer. We are considering outflow of employer. Whatever employee is incurring, that is not an outflow of employer. So, exclude. You don't want to consider. Moving further, what is the next? Reimbursement of medical expense. What is the reimbursement of medical expense? 67,000. Hospitalization expense. $19,000. Festival bonus. Festival advance. Will consider or not? No, that will not consider. So you can find out your total employee cost. Total employee cost as per CAS 7. Hope all of you are clear. Congrats, my dear friends. Moving further, can you do question number 12? I want 12 and 13 yourself. I want you how to try 12 and 13 yourself. You can post the video and try, my dear friends. 12 and 13, I want you to try yourself. You can post the video and try. Come on, friends. So let us proceed 12. I know while doing 12, lot of new items are there. I want you how to approach with provision, how to solve the same. So let's see how many of you done correctly. We'll proceed with question number 12. Gross pay. See this gross pay 1,30,000. It include idle time 25. We know idle time we have to exclude. Since we have to exclude from the 10,30,000, we have to minus what? 25,000. So what will be the amount will come? 10,05,000. Super. Moving further. Lease rent. We can say rent-free accommodation. Now, rent-free accommodation, what are all the cost of employer will take? What are all the cost of employer? Depreciation. See, depreciation 1 lakh. See, if the employee is not there, employer can give rent for someone. He will get a rent. He can recover all these expenses. Because depreciation is a wear and tear. Though non-cash expenses, it is a wear and tear. That is a cost we consider in costing. Depreciation is a cost we'll consider in costing. So what we will take, that 1 lakh we have to take. I know most of you will have a doubt that the depreciation will consider or not. Yes. Next, that maintenance charges also your outflow. Yes. Municipal tax also for the billing only. That is also expense of the employer. Suppose if any electricity bill, that and all, what are all employer is paying, you have to consider. So total, any amount recovered from employee, no amount recovered from employee. So 1,93,000. Moving further, employer's contribution to PF. What is the employer's contribution to PF? 1 lakh, but which include a penalty of what? 2,000. So what will be the amount will come? 98,000. Employee contribution will PF will come or not? No. Hope all of you clear. Take your own time and copy. Once we complete it, we'll go and discuss question number 13. Yes. So let's see. 13, how many of you are done? See, 13, it's employee cost only. I'm not specifically mentioned it. You can add in the question, prepare employee question from the trial balance. Shall we? Material consumed will come for employee cost? No, it is given for confusion. Salaries will come. So what is the salaries amount? Employee training cost will come. They will give you employee and all, but it is a training that will not come because it's a part of selection cost. Perquisites will come. Perquisites to employee. £4,50,000. Contribution to gratuity fund. These are all separation cost. What is contribution to gratuity? 4 lakh. Lease rent. Rent free accommodation. 3 lakh minus amount recovered 35,000. You'll get 2,75,000. Festival bonus. What is festival bonus? 50,000. My dear friends, amortized portion of employee cost relating to discontinued operation will come or not? That will not come. That is you have to exclude. So you have to take the total amount. Now, what we have to reduce? Subsidy received. We have discussed that. Subsidy we have to reduce. So what is the amount of subsidy? Recoverable amount, if you are already not reduced it, you can reduce. Since I have reduced already, no need of reducing again. So take your own time and 1 second. Recovered amount from employee, it is 3 lakh. In that 35,000, correct. Small correction, 3 lakh minus 35, you will get accordingly slightly changed. Congrats for those who got the correct answer. You can proceed to the next question. Question number 40. So let's see how many of you ready for the next question. Next question 40. So how we'll take it? Salary cost. What is the salary cost, my dear friends? 25 lakh 45 785. Good. Moving further, employee training cost will come or not? It will not include. Selection cost will include? No. Works. What is the perquisites, my dear friends? 12,45,000. Next. Contribution to gratuity fund, yes. What is the contribution to gratuity fund? RFA or else lease rent. What is the lease rent paid? 3 lakh 25. Unamortized portion will include or not? No. Employer contribution to PF. Employer contribution, full amount is what? 2,75,000. In that we have to reduce the penalty, which is 35,000. So what will come? 2,43,000. 2,43,000.
2,40,000. 240,325.
2,40,325. Next. Festival bonus. What is the festival bonus? Moving further. Rent-free accommodation. 1 lakh plus 5,500 plus 45,000. Total will come what? Credit is maintenance expense only, they just directly. Subsidiary and recoverable expenses. We take the total. What is a subsidy, my dear friends? 1 lakh. Next, recoverable amount. What is the recoverable amount? This you can do separately also. So your total employee cost will be correct? 49,46,610. Congrats for those who got the correct answer. Now, with your permission, we can move to the next question. Which is the next question, my dear friends? Question number 15. Question number 15. What is question number 15? So let's see how many of you got correct answer for 15th. Basic pay. What is the basic pay amount? Lease rent 2,40,000. Amount recovered is 60,000. So what is the net amount? 1,80,000. Employer contribution to PF. $56,000. Employee, that will not come. Reimbursement of medical expense. What is the reimbursement of medical expense? 67,000. Hospitalization expense. Whether it is employee or family, everything will come. 19,000. Annual bonus 30,000. Festival advance will not come. Employer manage PF through trustee. Shortfall of the trust compared with the notice around 0.7. This shortfall is a regular nature, irregular nature. Irregular nature we will ignore because not a part of regular activity. Future benefit, gratuity. What is a gratuity? 4%. So how can you find out gratuity? 7 lakh into 4. So you have to give everyone proper notes, my dear friends. 28,000. That's all. Answer is over. Nothing to reduce separately now. So total employee cost is 10 lakh 80,000. So hope all of you are clear the concept. Now there is a last one question 16. This you can do it as a homework. We'll discuss in the next class. Okay. So with this we'll wind up the session, my dear friends. Hope all of you are clear. So today we have discussed very important CAS, none other than CAS 7, employee cost. Take your own time and copy. Wish you all the best. God bless you, my dears. Very good afternoon, my dear friends. The last couple of sessions we were discussing cost accounting standard concepts. Now we will complete remaining problem relating to cost accounting standard. We were pending one question in CAS 6, that is question number 8. We'll start from there. You can take your material and we'll complete each one by one question. Let's start. Page number 105, question number 8. Now, let's read the question first. Opening stock of material 5,000 unit. The value is 1,80,000. Purchase of raw material 17,500 units, 7 lakh. Closing stock of material 3,500. Freight inwards. Closing stock they said unit only. Freight inward 85,000. Self-manufactured packing material 60,000. Including share of administration overhead 8,000. Relating to marketing. Demurrage charges levied by the transporter for delay is 11,000. Normal loss is 1% of material purchased. Abnormal loss due to moisture before receipt of material is what? 100 units. Calculate the value of closing stock. Calculate the value of closing stock. They were using a method called what? Average cost method. So how can we find out average cost method? Value closing stock you can find out. Your opening stock part also there, purchases part also there. You have to take a method called average. Shall we start? Very good. So we will go for statement showing computation of value of closing stock. For a better clarity, we'll make one column for unit also. For a better clarity, we'll make one column for unit also. So let's start. First one, opening stock. How many units of stock we have? 5,000. What is the amount? 1,80,000. Now we have to add purchases. Purchases. How could you value of material receipt? We are discussed under CAS 6A. All the point we have to write. The first one, cost of material. What is the cost of materials? 17,500 units. 7 lakh. Now my question to all of you, freight inward will you add or not? Freight inward will you add or not? Yes, you will add. So you can take freight inward. What is the freight inward? 85,000. Yes. Now, self-manufactured packing material. What is the amount you consider? In that 60,000, 8,000 relating to marketing, that you won't consider. Balance only you will take it. Demurrage charges will you consider or not? Demurrage charges you will not going to consider. So what we will fake it now? First we will find out what is the purchase price. Why demurrage charges we won't take? It is a penalty or a fine. Penalties and fine will not be considered as a part of your cost. Now, what is the abnormal loss, my dear friends? Abnormal loss, what is the amount? Abnormal loss, they said that before receipt of material. So, your before receipt itself 100. So, what is the value? This is the value for 17,500. What is the value for 100 unit? You get 4485. So how you will find out the value? 7,85,000 is for 17,500. What is the value for? Are you clear? So abnormal loss is a reduction. You can give a minus. Next, if you don't go through, you have normal loss. See, in your intermediate process costing concept, you know, normal loss is a part of production. That will not be separately. Why it is separately identified? Because abnormal loss you have to separately identify and you have to transfer into costing period. Normal loss is a part of production. What is a normal loss? 1% of total material purchased. Your total material purchased is 17,500. In that 1%, unit will be 175. But the amount will be what? Dash dash. Hope all of you remember in your intermediate group 1 process costing chapter, because normal loss is a part of production, so you should not reduce your cost. What is next, my dear friends? Self-manufactured packing material. What is a self-manufactured packing material? Self-manufactured packing material. What is the amount? Self-manufactured packing materials. In that 60,000, but 8,000 is for marketing. You should not take 60,000 minus 8,000. You have to take what? 52,000. You have to take what? 52,000. So what will be the total, my dear friends? This is what total cost of materials. So listen very, my dear friends. We are doing which method? Average method. So you have to take cost of the material whatever. Listen here. Your opening stock value will be taken, plus you will also take purchases value. Now self-manufactured material value. Abnormal loss value you have to exclude. For that you have to reduce, because this will be go to a costing P&L. So that amount you have to reduce. So you will get a net amount 10,12,540. This will be the net amount you will get it. This will be the net amount you will get it. So what is the formula for that? For that you have to rate 1,80,000 plus 7,85,000 minus 4,485 plus 52,000. Why 4,485 is reducing, my dear friends? Because what is the reason? Because abnormal loss you have to transfer into costing P&L. That is not a part of your production. So this is your total cost. Now you want to know what is the value of closing stock. Now tell, my dear friends, how many units you have closing stock? How many units? The units they have given in the question, 3,500. So recall your intermediate group 1 concept. In your process costing chapter, you have learned that your unit cost will be, what is your total cost divided by total unit minus normal loss unit. Do you remember this formula in your process costing? That is, you take all the cost, material, labor, overhead, every cost, divided by what is the input minus your normal loss unit. Then only you will get what is the equivalent unit cost. Here you should not reduce abnormal loss cost. Abnormal loss, because abnormal loss already be taken into costing P&L. That amount is not considering under your total cost. We are taking 10,12,514. So how you will get equivalent unit cost? All of you ready? Your value is 3,500. It's very easy. 10,12,514 divided by total input 17,500 purchase. Already you have 5,000. Total will come what? 22,500 minus normal loss unit 125. This is the answer. So what you will get it? This is the value. Now your closing stock, you have to multiply 3,500 unit. So what you will get? This amount divided by 22,500 minus 175 into 3,500. You will get 1,58,736. So this is how we have to find it. A very good question. They are asking the value of closing stock. So how you found out what is your total cost? The same intermediate process costing logic. Total unit. Total unit means your input minus normal loss. Sir, why we are not taking abnormal loss? Because abnormal loss amount already we have excluded. So that unit you should not take. Come on, friends. That's all question over. Yes. So you are find out the value of closing stock. Now suppose if they are asking additionally raw material consumed. If they ask additionally raw material consumed, we are not asking raw material consumed. What is the formula? All of you know. Opening stock plus purchases minus, yes or no? Raw material consumed, what is the formula? Opening stock plus purchases minus closing stock. See, your opening stock plus purchase only your cost here minus your closing stock. You can get directly the value of raw material. This cost of material, how you find out? Your opening stock plus purchases only. We have eliminated the abnormal loss. So you got the cost. So this amount is opening stock plus purchases minus your closing stock. You get what? Raw material consumed. If it is asking, you can able to prove it. With this session is over. Now we will go for next area, that is CAS 10. Now we have, I think all these questions we were completed. We were finished all these questions. Now we were, I think, are we did question number 16? Are we did question number 16? Okay, 16 also we discussed it. So now we'll go for 17. Now we'll go for 17. I know all of you are ready. Shall we start? Trauma Limited, a manufacturing unit, produces two products, PB and PS. The following information from the books is given below. Unit produced, unit sold, machine hour utilized, design charges, software charges, royalty on sales. They said very clear, 2 per unit. Royalty on unit produced, 1 per unit. Also they said very clear. Higher charges is what? 53,000. This is only for which product? Higher charges is only for which product? They product only for product PB. We have to find out what is the direct expense as per CAS 10. Shall we? Direct expense means the product which can be directly identified. So we'll start one by one. Statement showing computation of as per particulars. Which are all the products we have? PB, product PB, product. With your permission, I'm just starting my dear. The first expenses we can take, royalty on sale. See, what is the sales? 2 per unit sold. So how many units we have sold? For every unit 2 rupee, 1,68,000 into 2. And here 1,36,500 into. You can counter check whether your answer is correct or not. How? If you take calculator and add, you will get a number called what? 6,09,000. That 6,09,000 only they are given here. Yes or no? Next, royalty on unit produced. Royalty on production. What is the unit produced? 2,10,000. What is the cost? 1 rupee. 1,60,000. This is also you can counter check. If you take the total, you get 3,76,000. That is only they have made. What is the next expense? All the expense will take. However, and all will not come. Design charges. Design charges. What are the design charges? 1,57,500. Then 1,89,000. Next is software development charges. What is software development charges? 2,62,500. Next, 3,78,000. Going further, last you can get higher charges. Tell my dear friends, higher charges is for which product? PB only. So you have to write only in PB column. This is what? Total direct expenses. That's all. Answer is take your own time and write, my dears. Now we'll proceed to the next question. Question number 18. Next page only. Question number 18. Shall I read? With your permission, we'll start. A manufacturing firm has its own paper plan to cater the needs of manufacturing process. 1 month data is given below. Number of units produced 100 lakh, of which 5% used by generating unit. Material used is given below: coal, oil, water, steam boiler, generator. All the cost is given. Realization from your scrap is 1.5. Prepare a cost sheet for electricity generating cost and calculate the cost per unit. Shall we start? With your permission, we'll start. First, we'll go for statement of cost. We'll take all the cost. Take one by one cost. First, we'll go for material cost. What are all the item of material? Coal. What is the coal cost? 300 MT into 30,000. 300 into 30,000. Next, oil. What is the oil? 5 MT into 1,60,000. Next, cost of water. 6 lakh liter into rupees per liter. All the material is over. Next, we'll go for labor. What is the labor? Generating plant. This is depreciation. We will take last. Generating plant. What is the generating plant labor, my dear friends? 100 is skilled worker at 30,000. Next. For time saving, I'll go directly the answer. 100 into 30,000 plus. What is the next? 150 into 150 into 20,000. Next is what? After the generating plant, next is boiler plant. How many number of employees in boiler plant? 60 into 25,000 plus 100 into 20,000. Hope all of you are clear. Next, we'll go for other items. Repair and maintenance. What is repair and maintenance? 5 lakh. Next, depreciation. Depreciation, we have two items. Steam boiler and another generating plant. The next, share of admin overhead. Can you complete, my dear friends? Let's see how many of you will complete. You can post the video and try. Now tell me, what is the depreciation? Steam boiler, what will be the depreciation you are going to get? For steam boiler, 55 lakh minus 5 lakh, 50 lakh. By 10 years, you will get what? 5. 5 lakh. 5 lakh. Come on. Next is what? Generating plant. 90 lakh divided by 10%. See, this data is for month. So you have to go for a month. So 5 lakh divided by 12. You will get what? 41. Because this entire data is for a month. Here it is what? 90 lakh into 10%. 10%. That is for annum. You have to do for 1 month. What will be the answer? Now, what is the share of admin? 20 lakhs. What is the total cost, my dear friends? Now, here you want to reduce what? Scrap value. Sale of ash. What is the amount? 1,50,000. So you will get total. Now the main point, they're asking cost. So as 5% is used for what? Used by generating plant. So total is 100 lakh. In that 5% is gone. Balance is what? 95. Balance will be what? Balance will be 95 lakh. So they are asking cost per unit. So what will be the cost per unit, my dear friends? 235,66667 divided by 95 lakh. what you will get. $2.4. So answer is take rupees 2.48. You can take your own time and copy, my dears. Hope all of you are completed. Now, with your permission, we'll proceed to question number 19. The biogas produced from wash of alcohol in Kellam Industrial Alcohol Limited is used to supplement with a fuel oil in generating the steam. The steam is used in steam turbine for production of power. Steam is used in what? Steam turbine for production of what? Power. The exhaust turbine is recycled for manufacture of alcohol. In the process, fall in ethylene, that is heat content value of the steam will be only 10%. The following are the details extracted from the cost accounting record of the company for the year ended 31st March 2019. Cost of the water, fuel cost, the biogas plant, stores and chemical, salaries and wages, repair and maintenance, depreciation, other expenses, high pressure, steam generated, and power generated. So we have to boiler plant, what we are generating, my dear friends. Boiler plant, what we are generating? Steam. Boiler plant, what we are generating? Steam. They said, what is the steam you are generated? 24 metric ton. In turbine, you are generating what power? What is the power you are generated? 18 kilowatt. So they were asking you to prepare the cost sheet in detail. So we will do per unit also. Previous question also we can do per unit like this. Here you can add one column for per unit. That way also you can do. Divide by 95 lakh. That is also advisable but not mandatory. So you will get the same answer. See the 2.495. In your intermediate, you might have been done lot of question accordingly. See 2.408. So here we will do properly. So question number 90. So first we will go statement showing computation of cost of steam. Very easy. All the costs they have given for us, very easy. So tell me one by item. First we can understand cost of water. What is the amount? 6,80,000. Next, fuel oil. Next, biogas. What is biogas plant expenses? Now, how to do per unit, my dear friends? Very easy. The total unit mentioned 24,000. We have to just divide. That's all. So can you do the remaining item? Very easy. All the data are there. Please try, my dear friends. Let's see how many of you will complete fast. Hope all of you try. What is the next item? Stores and chemical. What is the amount? 1 lakh. Next. Salaries and wages. What is the amount? 20 lakh. Next, repair and maintenance. 44 lakh. Depreciation. 12 lakh. Next. Other expenses. What is the amount?
26.
That's so low. For us, for me, it's just a scroll. Now we'll go for the next part. Next part only the main point. Shall we proceed for next part? All of you ready? See the point very well. The first is used in fuel generating steam. The steam used in turbine is used for what? Power. This is the purpose of power. The exhaust steam. Then again it is recycled. The 10% value is what? 10%. So this is the turbine cost. Now we'll go. This turbine is used for what? Power generation. This boiler is using for what? Steam generation. So now for turbine we have to give input. That input where you get from the boiler, that is the steam what you are generating, that only will be shifted into what? Turbine. They said very clear. The steam is used in the steam turbine for using of power. Underline the word. The steam is used in the steam turbine for production of power. That is from boiler you will get the steam. That steam will be used for what? Production of power in turbine. So what we will go for it is, first we will go for statement showing computation of cost of power by steam turbine. Shall we start? Yes. So first we'll go particulars, total, here per kilowatt hour. Here the power is expressed in what? Kilowatt hour. So that will change. So tell my dear friends, first they said very clear, steam is changing. So what will be the steam? You don't want to do nothing. What is the total you got this? That automatically will come here. Kilowatt, what is the kilowatt here? Here the kilowatt is 18 lakh. Total kilowatt is what? 80 lakh kilowatt hour. So what will come? This divided by 18 lakh. This is how you will get the number. 18 lakh only. Now after the steam, what will come next? After the steam, what will come next? After the steam, yes, none of these items, because these are all the input for steam, that will not come. It will start with salaries and wages. So we'll go for it. Salaries and wages. What is the amount? 4,80,000. What is next? Repair and maintenance. What is the amount? 44 lakh. What is next? Depreciation. What is the amount depreciation will come? 12 lakh. Then what is next? Other expense. Sorry, I have taken wrong column. 4,40,80,000. Repair and maintenance is 1,80,000. Other expenses. Depreciation 4,40,000. Yes, I taken wrong. Now, how can you get per unit? For me, just scroll down. So now total. Now I want to tell some main point. See, listen here. Here they said very clear that 10% only the ethnic value. That means 90% is credit for exhaust steam. So less. What is the credit for exhaust steam? That will be 90%. 10% they have mentioned, so that we will get it here. So this will be the cost of power used for what purpose you are using? Alcohol. What purpose you are using? Alcohol. What is the percentage? The same 10% you will get it. But 90% is gone. Balance is what? The 10%. 10% only you are using. So that you got it. Yes, that's all. Answer is oh. Once you finished it, we'll go for next. Come on, friends. Party is fixed. Now, my dear friends, one small, this is divided by 18 lakh. It's excellent. It's 4.95 only. See, they mentioned very clearly that this lane you have to understand. Then only the 10% you will get. They tell very clear in the process. What process? The exhaust of steam turbine is recycled for manufacture of alcohol. This exhaust you are using for what? Alcohol manufacture. So what is the value we have to take? That is they have mentioned in the second lane in the process. Fall in apply. That is heat content. The technical term used. Fall means it comes. That is not reduction. It's heat content. The value is what? Only 10%. So value we have to take only 10%. So we are taking only 10%. Balance 90 will go for exhaust steam. That is why we have mentioned this. So hope all of you are clear. Take your own time and copy, my dears. My dear friends, next we have very good standard question. Question number 22. Below are the details extracted from the trial balance of MAS Infinity Steel Limited on 31st March 2022. Rupees in lakhs. Rupees in lakhs. Sale, income from investment, sale of scrap, certificate of all the information. Lot of data is given. Apart from that, they have mentioned some details during the cost audit. During the course of audit, what are the details? Production during the year is what? 48,500 metric ton. Opening stock they have given. Sale of scrap. Then water charges paid to government. Some water raised use residential colony. Repair and maintenance. Lot of adjustment is there. So what I suggest you that, can you just try, my dear friends? Please. Yes. So, my dear friends, otherwise, what we can do now, you can try to do it as a home. This will wind up the session. Next session, we'll come up with an exciting discussion, my dear. Now, very, very good evening. We are just discussing a interesting topic now. A small topic, but sometime it coming for your exam. This is not a topic which every time coming for your exam, which is the cost auditor while undergoing his cost audit or internal audit, he generally will use. This technique is very helpful in cotton industries. What is speciality of cotton industries? Your finished product you will get after undergoing different stages of production. Each stage there will be a wastage. Each stage there will be a wastage. So let me tell you one point. See, in stage 1, if there is a 2% wastage, stage 2, stage 1 if there is a 2% wastage, stage 2 if there is a 3% wastage. This only 2 stages. Let's say example. If I want a 100 output, my input is 100 or more than 100. What will be that? Okay, some of the friends are telling on 105. Let's see whether it is correct or not. If I give 105, first stage there will be a wastage of what? 2%, I will get only what? 98. This is the output, correct? That is 105 into 98 percentage. I will get this stage, correct? Now, this will be the output of the stage 1. This will be the output of the stage 1. Now, proceeding into stage 2. Stage 2, what is the output loss? Again, there will be a loss of 3%. I will get an output of only what? 99.8. You set me 100, 105. Is it correct? Is it correct? So this is only 2 stage. You will have multiple stage in a cotton manufacturing because it's a continuation loss. It's a, that is first stage output will become next stage input. Then you will have again a loss. So your normal method will not give you the proper way. This you can solve with a technique called waste multiplier. This you can solve with a step called what? Waste multiplier. So we are going to discuss a waste multiplier. While doing the first question, once we finish the entire steps, then I will help you with a perfect example. What is the benefit of a waste multiplier? Hope all of you are ready. See, let's see the question. Question number 7, page number 119. Question number 7, page number 119. The following details is the process-wise input and output are taken from the cost accounting records of a Sunny Cotton Mills, a yarn manufacturing company, for the year ended March 31st. Blow room is the first process. Second process, carding. Third process, draw frame. Maybe those who are not familiar to cotton industry, this may be a new process for you, but these are all the regular process in the industry. Rowing, ring frame, then reeling and winding. Winding and all you maybe see in movies or maybe in YouTube you can find winding in for cotton manufacturing. So calculate the process-wise waste multiplier for the year 31st March 2013. So let's see how to prepare. So don't want to copy, just listen first. Statement showing computation of waste multiplier. Statement showing computation of waste multiplier. So it's all the process. First process is what? Blow room. What is the input we have? What is the input, my dear friends? Blow room, the first two process, cotton process is your input. 46, 72, 560. What is the output we are getting? Output 42, 58. So what is the percentage of loss, my dears? Percentage of wastage in input. How can you get it? This is your input. This is your output. You get your wastage. Percentage of waste in your input. So into 100, you will get a percentage of waste in input is what? What is the percentage? 8.87%. 8.87%. 8.87%. Yes or no? Am I right? Now, moving further, you can write 8.87 also. Next is what? What is the next process? Carding. The same step. First, you can understand the concept very well. Then we can do together. 42, 74, 360. What is the output? 13, 76, 400. So what will be the point? $6.97. 6.97. Correct? Next is what? Draw frame. What is a draw frame, my dear friends? 39, 48, 240, 39, 01, 800. The same formula. We'll get 1.18. Shall I make 18? What is the fourth point? Rowing. Rowing, what is the input? 38, 74, 120. And here 38, 31, 500. The same way we can find out the wastage. We'll get 1.1%. Correct? Moving further, what is the fifth one? Ring frame. So ring frame, what will come? 39, 11, 614, 36, 41, you will get what? 6.90. Over one more step. What is that? Reeling and framing or winding. What is that? 36, 35, 400. And here 35, 80, 80. How it will, my dear friends? 1.5%. Correct? Yes. So now let's say we given a 100 input. Let's say we given a 100 input. Example, we given a 100 input. All of you ready? So this is the wastage in each stage. This is the wastage in each stage. First level, what is the wastage? We'll have 8.87. So tell my dear friends, what will be the output? We will get it. 100 is, if I am taking a number, input that we are making 100. If 8.87 wastage, what is the balance? In your calculator, you can take minus 8.87 percentage. You will get, if I am not wrong, I will, for a better make it, I will make 100 minus this. What will come? 90, 91 point, no, I want a 100 minus this will come 91.13 percentage. 91.13 percentage. You will get 91.13. Now 91.13 is your output. Next level, your loss is what? 6.97. So what will be that? 1 minus 0.697. Correct? Not 0.0 will make it. For you in your calculator, it is very easy. For you in your calculator, how? 91.13 minus 6.9 percentage. You have to make what? 6.9 percentage, not 6.9. You have to make 6.9 percentage. What will be the number, my dear friends? 84.77. We'll make it 84.78 or as it is. Next, how it will come? This we have to make 118. Correct? For your calculator, it is very easy. 84.778 minus 1.18 percentage. What you will get? 83.778. Yes or no? Why we do this? What is the speciality? Everything I will tell you from the beginning. 105. What is example you said? Here also what will be? 1 minus 0.011. Am I correct? Again next minus 0.069. Am I right? Next 1 1 minus 0.015. Am I correct? Now we are going to do the main thing, waste multiply. What is the initial output? For 100, you will get output only what? 75. You have to get a multiplying factor, which is 1.31. Here also you have to do our final output, only you have to make it. Actually, this is not percentage number. Next, what will come? This 84 divided by 75. This will be made by 75. Now, we'll see what is this all about. Hope all of you are ready. Take your calculator. Take your calculator. If someone asking you, I'll tell in detail. If they want a output, I will tell in detail. If they want output of 10,000 units. If they want output of 10,000, answer is over only. But let me discuss the clarity very well. Someone asks you, what is it? If I want a output of 10,000 unit, what is the input I have to insert in draw frame? One example I am doing. Which name? Draw frame. So draw frame is this, correct? So you have to take draw frame just before multiplying factor. What is the multiplying factor? 1.115765. Yes or no? So your 10,000 is you want. Your desired unit is what? 10,000. What is the draw frame just before multiplying factor? You get this. Correct or not? Now you get one number, 11,157. Correct? Now take your calculator. This 11,057, first stage will be what? Draw frame. In your calculator, you take this. What is the wastage in draw frame? 1.18 minus 1.18 percentage. Please give, my dear friends. Minus 1.18 percentage. Please give 1.18 percentage. Given, you will get a number 11,025. Yes or no? Now you are in rowing stage. Rowing stage, is there any wastage? Is there? Yes. Again the same step you have to do. Minus 1.10 wastage. So what will get, my dear friends? 1.1. You will get 10,904. Yes or no? This is counter checking. Actually, this is the input. Answer is over. That is, if you want 10,000 output, input you have to give in draw frame is this is the answer. But we are counter checking whether it is correct or not. Now this stage, now we are in which stage? Ring frame. What is the wastage in ring frame, my dear friends? 6.9. So if you reduce the 6.9, are you getting this 10,152? Yes or no? Please take your calculator and give the percentage. Yes or no? Yes or no? Now we'll go for the last stage. What is the last stage? That is reeling, where the wastage is 15.015. If you do this, for me, since I am doing Excel, I'll get exactly 10,000. Are you getting or not? This you can do any stage. See, suppose instead of draw frame, if someone is asking you for rowing, what you will do? If someone is asking for rowing, what you will do? This rowing is, this is the stage. You have to take a multiple factor of this. If someone is asking for blow room, what you will do? This is just before multiplying factor you have to take. Logic clear, everyone? So this is what is called what? Waste multiplier. Now, in our example, when I ask you in the beginning, 105 you have set the reply. We'll see how will be the, what will be the correct answer by using waste multiplier. Actually, your answer went wrong. So now see what will be the answer in our example. Exam purpose, this is over. Sir, waste multiplier, how many decimal required? This is enough. 4 or 5. 4 is minimum level. Now what you have to do in this stage? We have to go for stage. A concept called what? Waste multiplier. Remember? So initial input is 100. 2% output is got 98. Next, in 98, if you go on 0.03, you will get output of what? Sorry, 0.03. I have put it. 0.03. 95. This is your final output. Yes or no? So what you do? 100 by 95. You are getting a base multiplier of what? 1.0519. I ask you a question. If I want 100, what is the input I needed? You all said 105 and we checked it. What is the answer? We get it. It's correct or wrong? We got it. We got 99 point something. We got wrong. Correct. Now we'll check it. This is correct or not. 100 into we got our waste multiplier. That is your some loss there. Now we'll check it. First to process 2% loss. In your calculator, give minus 2%. In your calculator, please give minus 2%. You will get 103.09. Now again in your calculator, please give minus 3%. You will get exactly what? 100. Correct or not? So this is simply the concept of what? Waste multiplier. Hope all of you are clear. So you can take your own time and copy, my dear friends. Hope all of you are clear. You can take your own time and copy, my dears. Take your own time and copy, my dears. Now, hope all of you are copied. Now, my dear friends, similar one question, you can do question number 6. What is question number 6? They given the same process because as I said, mostly in textile industry only, percentage of wastage of input already given for you. That means your half of the effort are reduced. So how can you make it, my dear friends? The same point. For me, since I'm using Excel, very easy. So what is the percentage of weightage? Everything in percentage only 9.18, 7.17, 1.1, 0.3, 7.21, 1.5. Let's say if you give 100, yes, if you give 100, what will be the output, my dear friends? 1 minus 0.0 918. 1 minus 0.0717. Hope all of you are clear. 1 minus 0.011 into 1 minus 0.003. Actually, it is not, it is 0.3%. Next, again, 1 minus 0.721. 1 minus 0.015. Hope all of you are clear. How can you do waste multiplier? The same step. Since I am using Excel, for me it's very easy. Just scroll down. That's all. Answer is over. The topic also over, my dear.